Andy.
You know.
That is saying.
Oh, Nyamiadu maybe I come.
The Yanko passing. All right. Yanko transfers no so straight away.
Okay.
Na yenhwe Benjamin Sesko sisi ono bia bonidin Isaac Alexander ono so bia bonidin na others no fa wewuram ehin pa na sisi nnema na eko.
You know that's me started from baby a odin community here no. One team almost suffer the transfer window we pa a team a friend Newcastle United. E didn't na make us Newcastle United echo Brian Buemo ho omonsa nka no. Omoko João Pedro omonsa nka no ba Chelsea. Omoko Matthias Cunha oko Manchester United. Now Alexander Isaac am omo tough time. Say opeso free bobu kunim na oko. Inti omani share say Abranti a friend Benjamin Sesko so he strikers e market ya. Isaac who go a ticket and then Abranti a friend Benjamin Sesko. And almost do attention call. Na attention on the call no. Omo call ya konya Abranti any word after meeting Manchester United. The person in charge of recruitment, Christopher Vival, and Adinra, omo konya eye ononso. Abranti any man word so obesi aka mo bia. Not knowing says a jo picture that TV so ya. We last year. And omo busa Benjamin Sesko say ono timbe pa na onya obesi na kan edi ama. And I said you Sesko ka say ono oye fan of Manchester United. Sa video picture here that so last year and on a sky year interview. And o catch omo say ono ni team a opeto osi academy omo Manchester United. So that was it from last year. Until the na can say after United beating him no. So Newcastle United finally wa reject you omo dia den team be na oko. Until enra omo post to the picture of Benjamin Sesko and then Zlatan Ibrahimovic. So you omo post to omo picture. Eye Jumaku a ye friend 433 na post to ye social media. Na omo post to ye na quickly. Abrante a friend Matthias Cunha ekọ no ko like ye. Eti eno de efueli speculation no said you eno na OTB so yi. Eno omo post to eye Sesko and omo post to Zlatan. And oya striker na say who see so was Sweden. Obviously your idol should be Zlatan. Ti omo post to ya na Matthias Cunha ekọ like eye post no ma ye wo IG no. Eno fueli speculation they say na say deal no edem. Until later and a babeto just say Abranti na rejected deal na Newcastle United de buy no. Live the phone ni din komo. Live the phone then come you interested in the deal. But said you the guy says he wants to play for Manchester United. Osi ono ne da son any bobo ko peso sina kan edeba no. E bobo ko e friend Manchester United. Nti Benjamin Sesko se see am ne o kasa die said you agreement on Manchester United no e wo no. Omotimi agree everything. The aka is kasam se Manchester United ne Leipzig a best sort here. But for now, this guy says he is joining Manchester United. The good thing for United they say they are building a different attack. Now out of the three guys no more up front no, two of the three already in love with Manchester United. Matthias Cunha wa Mama United and Kobe. Sansona Benjamin Sesko so akachiro bia say the team that he wished to play for is Manchester United. And he said, "Oh, se bibia ewie na branch and ba landed ya. O he front three here what TV so ya. Omone the guy to represent Manchester United next season in the 3-4-2-1 or the 3-4-3, whichever obesi set up. And he said the obesi friendly biano. Emrante we me and Sana Manchester United anymore no. Omo bejina in next season. Cunha on the left, Buemo on the right, and then Benjamin Sesko. Nti said you saw Manchester United on your screen. Obehu Anthony Waha, no one Rashbury Hoyland, no one Garnacho. Out of these players last season in the Premier League, Omuma Manchester United in Kwa said you Omuma 15 goals in the Premier League. So players with me and sa or the Anthony goals I will say Rebet is 5, or the Rashbury Hoyland out of 32 games in the Premier League for Hoyland or say 4 goals. Now the Garnacho will say 6 in Ababekao. It is said you all the Rashford crown so dia Okonya and Villa and the Obo Manchester United Bekan one. 21 goals and 3 guys here omoda e screen isu last season omode ba Manchester United Inti o hwe omo da soro na inti eye then and now. Inti o hwe omo da soro na ofa Kunya, ofa Sesko, na ofa Brian Buema of the three. Omo ma 45 goals. Inti Manchester United move from 21 goals out of the 4 forwards for United in the previous season to 45 league goals. And a new Manchester United attack in Sergio omo de eba. Into the Premier League will embrace this particular attack, but one area I would say United strengthen, they shouldn't forget their midfield because a whole omo like quality a bit me dominated the opponent play. Let's go pay United and or a player or boss robofem. Last season in area duels, he was on top. In terms of take-ons, he was on top. And goals, no, say 13 in the league. But Sergio, or a player, a young player who you 22, 23 years. Now born the in India, Sergio, the defense will be in trouble. Until Benjamin Sesko, Bibia to dia, and Manchester United 5 years contract, 2030, Ed Obeba, Ababi Sinakan, Ediama Manchester United.
Oh, well.
Ofri Benjamin Sesko, Sergio na woko Alexander Isak. Isak and so say problem aba nyina ne say. Team my friend Newcastle United enya striker omuntimi nya no mane nko. Eti ofri Spain by no ono nko eye di training. Newcastle United fi Singapore aba a omo nso ye training. Enne da omo be decide say Abrante no omo be mo join the main team no for training. Ana say still ono anye di training. Ho ne ade a team a ye friend no eye team a friend in Newcastle United said you omu betimi decided on Alexander Isak. Na enkre eba no echire mu a bibia echire sa Abrante no said you or say formally obey inform Newcastle United boku no say opeso ko Liverpool omu nya no mane nko. Newcastle decided say omu mane nko but said you omu pese omu nya striker because he say striker bi omu ko bi omu nsanka etikita anye yi Sesko anye yi enkre eba ne say Chelsea and as say omo person omo di omo ni kire nti omo di omo ni kire Chelsea dia na chese Nicola Jackson and omo he so omo betimi anya Jackson amna be lead line no e di amom again they want to poach Abrante fan Oli Watkins so obeba no oba be lead line e di amom because a Champions League na omo ko but say do emo aye den for Newcastle United in the market so omo betimi anya number 9 na watimi agina ni mo di amom because Isaac says he's leaving omo a game against Espanyol and then Atletico Madrid. Na and then omo be decide say Abrante no omo be man join it and na say omo ema no enjoy it. Nti Isaac nso ele test no. Now you feel na ye ko Liverpool. Liverpool aso ye e na say do. Darwin Nunes ya ti se team ti bebre epe no Newcastle United by. Na ye ni so on Napoli kura wi a okọ Napoli akwakosi akan. Eche Napoli for ba out be ka say sike Darwin Nunes so no eso entinya de so obo betimi atua that amount of money and unim Italian clubs na said you din say more than 50 million euros omo betua for a player omo yi ni low no makọ akọ ne omo akọ ne high say o player ontimi mo na omo age no no makọ akọ man a platform no makọ akọ ye ni yi enro na jo na Al Hilal for ewura mu medical be ka say Hilal for a striker nti omo be wura mu e wo Liverpool said you omo ruamu se omo hia Abrante e fen Darwin Nunes na Darwin Nunes agency no so aka kire omo se omo ni Liverpool no twetwe nkomo na sejo omo ni Liverpool so abo nkomo ama se si ya ba bi edu no Abrante na ja to so obekọ akosi akan e di amatima ye fen no e Al Hilal e o the Saudi Pro League 50 plus add-ons any sika omo ready so omo betia e di ama eye tima e fen Liverpool enti wo hwe Liverpool a sejo omo ton kela omo ton Kwanza and said you no business omo ye na omo di Luis Diaz atato the Liverpool in the market omo 179 million pounds into imagine say omo be sade Darwin Nunes di aba be kan na chese still are in the market no omo betimi asa ton players and as omo betimi asa kwakoto players e di aba because o hwe omo weight bill ne so e the financial fair play na because omo ton na omo sanya bi ne de se jo sade no entimi enwe omo nti Darwin Nunes Al Hilal na se de se bibia anto achewa obekwa akosi na kan Leipzig for free Liverpool nra concerning Abrante your friend Harvey Elliott na omo free ya omo se omo per replacement for player Chelsea for abasa omo peno in Javi Simons beko, but Leipzig for nso ade omo ye ne say Sergio e was so omo ntimi nya replacement ansa na Javi Simons nso etimi akọ enti omo ram for Liverpool say the young player Mosala niwa MPP ono na occupy the right position no omo kwa akofa no, but Sergio sika omo de kwa Liverpool anya ready so omo beton Abrante because Mosala omo ni replacement enti se odi sika ekọ dia then no push sika kese de kọ se de be a Abrante de ekọ a omo nso betimi akọ market na omo akọ tobi enso e de aba enti have you the no still ayesika sema Sergio Leipzig epeso omo ekofa ne badia this omo sika no omo edibi eka ho now enra na Chelsea enveli Estevao mebeka no ha enra no pane se Abrante na aba oba bedu London na obedu ye no pictures e ba abontin nyina no unhu ni oba bia unhu ni wo, and that is how professional the Europeans no ye until say omo be unveiling no said you unhu hwe nti o training Monday enra o training he was part of the winning team omo ye training no teams na omo tiche mu no omo share no Estevao was part of the winning team but still as do ni nyina achi no omo twen unveiling no ansa na who say pictures na eba out into way your time omo all signing the contract no and achejo who say Abrante na picture about I think 2033 any years I will see I can Eddie Ama Chelsea and the young boy from Franko Sao Paulo Ababelande as a do enra pictures are who ye pictures are enra Chelsea Eddie no chere no and as a do omo a show no on your screen ultimate hwe bia na highlight we you go opportunity at Chelsea in the FIFA Club World Cup no and as a do ultimate ahwe a young boy the number no dey still I want to me enfamai but Abrante no unveiling as a do this is another young talent and also a wide player of free Brazil eba be join the Brazilian contingent already João Pedro ho André Santos ewo ho and na ononso ababe kan o say omo ko ball match omo pon ye na Thiago Silva ba ne ho dressing room be ka chance mo nkotim bia onko Chelsea na oba in just 3 days wo who the kind of lava amanfo e show the man in the Premier League it is do what about the Premier League and yen share they be added to the Chelsea team already. Chelsea are wide players bebrebe in 10 wa ho de oba you need to adapt and obesenya come teaching but the opportunity a obenya no kakra obetimi a show on the field of play no and e be ma ensu ehu de onso ebetimi e de aba ho nti that is it for Abrante IFN Estevao William
Poor. This boy.
Over starting na.
Oh, go no shit here, Chelsea.
Yeah.
Oh, na me ba me no hwe ne sa. Hwe angle bia no gina no. Ne bia na goalkeeper Sanchez no nso gina na. Still ball no ko say no. Hi.
Oh, yeah, you know. We only on the moon ha. Ne mu de ha o ya fia ado.
Na ne mu nya ha na o hwe goals.
That you say no Premier League no.
Okay.
Ni mu ha. O be hia nam kakra. On say Ramirez buy no. Omo man nam kakra.
Yeah.
But Oscar was another smallish player, but Oscar was intelligent.
Yeah.
But the
One could teacher.
Wara commentary na.
Oh gosh.
Can't grow for
enjoy the power of TVs and easy cry.
That is Estevao on your screen.
Yes. And Mbuemo Isaac
that way
Now he's a bench player.
Who's a
bench?
Obacho Benjo.
A bench player.
Who there idea? Who there idea?
Bench or the
Where the boy at your bench?
Missing from the word go. He's a bench player.
Me see, we need player friends or a bench player. All right. It will the entrance on the
Into the way.
The
right side.
Okay.
What's the Chelsea team no? Players are almost cemented or position pa no. E mfimfin for no. So what you want team na? Levi Cowell, Sanchez, Casedo, Enzo, Palmer. Omo die. E din say obeba abeka so obetu.
Untouchables.
Yes, but Neto guidance over pre-position.
Yeah.
Omo makani no be
Neto be on the right.
He can play on the left too. Inti the person trying to say Neto is playing well, but he's not part of the untouchables. Inti Sankrofo we mu de in 50 for me ensa no. Unso be apart from Kopama who doesn't start for his national team. Enzo is a starter for his national team. Casedo is integral member of the Ecuadorian team. And even today, I want to believe Thomas Tuchel going forward will consider Kopama in the starting place of the English national team. Neto says also be integral player for the Portuguese national team.
I think Neto will start for Chelsea.
No, he will start.
Especially like Mekomo starters now.
Oh yes, yes.
Neto count, especially on the left.
Yes, oh he's a starter. Yeah. He's a starter.
On now, dear,
on the right one. No.
I say also guidance on so ball left. Guidance on ball left on my right. Inti Esteva also to me adapt here. Only come teaching bebre all right ho. Because
right on why.
Maduke Neto. Once Neto poha. But there Maduke ne na Maduke ko. Inti Javi Simon so ba. Javi Simon is also comfortable as number 10 and on the left. Inti load ni na akwa good left side ho. But let's see.
And almost a Peganacho.
No, Chelsea, I want to believe they sign players are necessary because players need to who had their all call. Now we had their all back. Any more baby.
Chelsea Peganacho as I was saying. Some of them Jackson. They necessary.
Oh, they go on three.
Okay.
Yeah, position. Meaning. I was a Peganacho.
But before cross Jackson in Court Man, you would say, I was this can't be possible. And then more consider. No, is it not true? Some more consider.
Sometimes some of these things.
Is it not true?
They open on the microphone.
Your stories are and you know correct, but we know. And consider.
And I make a choice. Sometimes, they open on any team who say you have other options.
And you know your options.
And Comodia won't change. Jackson will not.
Or your options in Libya.
Benjamin Sesko.
Okay, and to us way. In some moon in the whole crowd, but I saw a come plaza. Young queen.
My catch was as a center forward. I don't see Jackson.
Okay.
Because he hasn't much work.
Me come by to now you drew him.
Now you drew. Suddenly you catch us as my audio.
Yeah.
And no, me ko Italy kakra.
Okay.
Ademola Lookman so said you, what ye tua? Then you say 2 days in your uncle training. Of forcing the move out to international Milan. Mostly in Kaya African players na the omunta na esuban say yedi. In Kaya South American Europeans na eda say esuban na di. But this is a guy that feels say ball our body ama team my friend Atlanta na also omuja maneko. And no me betray mu issues regarding Luka Pekes in some or the etuja. Inter Milan so say omusika from 45 from the 46. You know just 4 million euros spend a demo. But you know, Bepe Morata, ono kura no benyananka kono ababe fani free. Into omo nyoma di so omo betua that amount. But the guy says he's not ready to play for Tima, your friend Atlanta again. Omo nyano manenko. Already Atlanta 4 line up the replacement in Christopher Nkunku. Into omo so contact Chelsea. She say quite them for Nkunku and again Jadon Sancho. Unse Sancho move ne buy say wa join Juventus. Eche Inter by, eche Atlanta by. Last one crowd a Borussia Dortmund and a buy. But say every move for Jadon Sancho on ten baby. Intini in Aquacoca Lookman. Inti Inter for the Omo Yane say. Omo person omo de 46 eba. Na said you omo de a player Avan Zarano. Ababekan is a young player. Omo de Bekan Lookman hoa. Na omo enso etimi adene from Atlanta. So that is the next mover. Tima your friend. Inter Milan at the Echo. Marc-André ter Stegen sensebuni mu san baby na genoa the entire ter Stegen yes ase onye na de so the medical report ne be Barcelona nini ni contract ni hye say enka oda 60% of matches ni bia sejo obenya 3.3 million euros enti match ananka oda ni nsabeka say scan ye Barcelona last game at the RCD Stadium against Espanyol enempanimfo amanana Intinisika 3.3 million euros no seju ahwere no. After that, eno sani Hansi Flick saba benya issues. Emma Hansi Flick catch and say, ono de the number 1 goalkeeper for next season. Juan Garcia, the player now free Espanyol buy no. Ono so man ya we say, in the absence of Manuel Neuer, he is the goalkeeper for the German national team. Into ohia more minutes. Now Barcelona sab go to the stand say any nisika crown on teso nina brante na mfi The captaincy omo ka so omo be withdraw because Ronald Araujo, Rafinha and then Frankie Dion enso ewo Emma omo ko bisa Hansi Flick. Emma Hansi Flick catch omo say omo de aba na omo to. Say Joe, unfortunately, ena Mark Andre ter Stegen ekoko praye. Say on the gina the better positioner. Obetimi aboa Barcelona for them to register Marcus Rashford and other players. But he says no. The medical report na you no ane dia on farmer Barcelona. The football association also the letter abreno. Ese Barca phone ntimi mfane nko ba bia, omo ntimi mfane nko court. Inti opa decision na ono apeso take no on take. Inti the entire Stegen na person be open up to FC Barcelona no sika nsensem. The new Spotify company. Enwa Barca enko Munji Stadium. Eno ene bae. Na Sergio Barca enya ordered from empanimfo a omo hwe eye Barcelona ekuro ne so. Na stadium no still a omo nwie. So washa enra na omo ye grass for other half. Eniema also obo put it together for them to start playing at the new Spotify omo ntimi nwie. Enti the omo person omo ye ne say omo pese omo first game against Valencia na nka omo di nipa 30,000. Omo second game against Atefe 30,000. Nanka omo hwe games ne ko omo anima Champions League no nanka omo de ko 45 any 60,000 no ma he se no betimi a contain this number of people e wo season ni mu a before omo wie bibia then they open up to the usual number na ne man so etimi akoye but still Barca entimi ntoto niema yi a bibia kire se omo be kwa akosi akan e wo the new Spotify camp dio Real Madrid enra Madrid e de omo set up ni nyina ba na wie na gino ade na omo hwe na 2 deals deal me no na omo hwe no na omo hwe so omo de Endrick Felipe e be call Real Sociedad on loan na nko akosi akan aye clear o hwe Javi Alonso ba e de o ye ni team na opese those guys he want to put them out. Gonzalo Garcia had the opportunity to play in the FIFA Club World Cup. Said you goes or bebo edema omo Satan na Endrick Epra. Into Gonzalo Garcia, but he's playing very well, scoring good for them in the FIFA Club World Cup. It's between the two youngsters. Opese Hendrik Eko eye loan, but Enra bisine omunya baby am fanning koi. What did you go so the akam ediba bisine? Is he leaving or he's staying? And say yo, Rodriguez so started training now. What joining Madrid team now the Vade Babasa or more training. Liverpool for relaxed because Liverpool for attention. Ewo Alexander Isak so. Any baby as see omo ehe Isaac crown omo ntimi sign in nwi nti issue about whether Rodrigo is coming or staying at Madrid no Liverpool for Enfa Hubio. But after a meeting with Javi Alonso and cry eba no chiremu a Rodrigo say he will stay and fight for his position within the Madrid team. Nti at the stance now say last minute deal be ama because Tottenham must be moving na buy no according to Rodrigo agency no almost say omunye interested in the move to Tottenham Hotspur. Not Tottenham person omo befa no in replacement to Son you mean. But said you Abrante interested in the Tottenham Hotspur move. He want to stay at Madrid and fight for his position. Inti Madrid team no there or didn't go ne Hendrick na say I asem wo omo. So here AS omo the other goal atu animu AS ko wakrata no. Omo the other goal atu animu and omo the new other. Omo chirema training na hoye no say na models ni bia ba be kan ho etim finfi ho people should watch out for other goalie. Javi Alonso wo gidie wonimu so much say he's the next playmaker to control everything for Real Madrid in midfield. Already atrem say finfi ho no omo ni guys omo wetin hold do maintain possession adarete omo play no nti Javi Alonso chirema asejo o de ru nyina e hye other goalie mu na brante na bom finfi no e de ama no we ni transfers ageno
Dr. Franko Naro.
General,
yes.
I think Sir Andy has done extensively, but just more one on Benjamin Sesko. I think Sir Utie offer Newcastle at the Command RB Leipzig now. Almost 70 million pounds sterling. Man United is 65 million pounds sterling. Some 5 million pounds sterling. And a done me in term. Chelsea Newcastle almost second bid normally call and I was through Manchester United. In fact, in the internal source in the report of Free Germany, but Leipzig is now okay with the offer Newcastle at the Abramo. That's 69.7 million pounds sterling plus some add-ons. But then, true, a year at the end of the Ama Aquadana, a friend Benjamin Sesko, no say undecided, and the boy says he wants Manchester United and no other club. And the reporter Minyan and Opeche say United is planning to top up that £5 million sterling to reach the asking price. Team Leipzig anymore the amom Udi Wenum Sisiania say now it looks like player any club and Tem Kuta Udino de or some advanced stage a Kamia Kwezo agree terms. What is left and say United ebe meeting the asking price now fee payment structure no or more aye huejuma and run am can say Ateswa by this week the Benjamin Sesko deal to United will be a done deal, and it looks like it's moving towards that direction. Obibe Bisase, what is he bringing on board? Obviously, United need a centre forward. Some 2 seasons, Audino or I'll be Leipzig. In some 85 games, scoring some 39 goals. What it means is that on average, he's giving the team some 20 goals per season, or if you like, some 44 games in the amount 20 goals. It's not extremely prolific performance, but hey, you are talking about a 22-year-old boy, so it means that there's a lot ahead of him, and people have started comparing him to Erling Haaland. For me, Gyökeres is ahead of Benjamin Sesko, and obviously Erling Haaland is far ahead of him. But let's see what he brings on board. It looks like the deal is going to be a done deal. General, Madrid say United we are aka one major assignment. The number 6, the holding midfielder. Okay. And Opeyoti and Komona 2 names and the war United for Ano. Abrantia a friend Amadou Onana of Aston Villa. He's a Belgian boy, Ninchi Free Senegal. Okay, proper number 6 in the Premier League. He's one of them. United, Utien Komonibia, some feel that right after finishing Benjamin Sesko, the next thing is to get a number 6. There are 2 players I will more consider for that position. Carlos Baleba of Brighton and Hove Albion, and then Amadou Onana.
Look, I will go with Carlos Baleba.
You go for Baleba.
Because, yeah, Onana is more robust in terms of tackling, but Baleba comes up with steez, hold the ball, control the game, dictating the pace of the game. Apart from so a very good tackler, he's also a deep line playmaker. Wait me just in front of the defense, I hold the ball. No,
yeah.
I think that boy is one for the future.
The reason I will agree with you is say even though here the current players in the world now, Omo Casemiro, Ugarte in particular, no, Omo nyomo mbeti make it a ball. Omo de say a better tackle. Unya ball na no power ball na Casemiro kwa de time. Said the Obama ni jine ya na wonyine ye no be force a pushy ball. So you need a number 6 who will bring some calmness in your defense, bring the cover and all that. So I also think that between the 2, Carlos Baleba is slightly ahead of Onana in terms of retention play. But in terms of tackle and physical presence in midfield there, Onana is just another one.
So Franko, what do you need in your midfield?
We need a controller.
None of these guys are controllers. Baleba or a transitor or a ball carrier. He will not stay deep and control the game for you. That is what United is lacking. Oh, yeah, my last game now. After I was say Bruno drop bed deep.
Yes.
Bruno to me try 6 no. Now I bet deep. I begin goalkeeper anymore.
Sometimes you see him even in front of between the centre backs.
Yes.
But I still think that.
But
I think
that's very well.
Like
he transit the game very well.
So far, those are the names they are looking at. They heard the coach, General, my final pick, was is on Marc-Andre ter Stegen and Ura Niding, and as a Barcelona Bobo Kuno. This is the captain of Barcelona. Some 422 games he's done for Barcelona. And clearly, in Kayakase, you can't loyalty, any BBR, it's Marc-Andre ter Stegen and Barcelona. The interesting thing is that the man in charge, one countryman, Germany, a friend, Hansi Flick. But so in Barcelona structure here, we coach Krana, who power player decision. Yeah, near the often. There's a problem near them. Barcelona team no Uhemaka Inaki Pena, any the registered goalkeeper now. Chesney and Omako Akofa Juan Garcia and Sudinaba. Coach in feels that Juan Garcia is supposed to be his number 1 on Pe Inaki Pina. Now, Abrantia friend of Marc-Andre ter Stegen and Praumako in surgery. Omoye in surgery no be posty on social media. Say Wakoye surgery now 3 months time he'll be back. Barcelona doctors nso assess no almost say obeba back in some 5 months.
Yeah.
So between Marc-Andre ter Stegen and the medical team of Barcelona, there are 2 months difference in terms of recovery. Obebe bisa say, why is the 2 months difference so crucial? La Liga ne mre no. Se player bi din ehiem no ye registered. Na so obe stay away for 4 months or more. Utimi yi ni film na de for hye na nan. Enti Marc-Andre ter Stegen knowing they says he's going to recover in 3 months and do 4 months. Barcelona medical team no so say obe recover in 5 months. Abrantians medical team na ntro no mutwa. Omoboa, ombe so mu yi ni film. No mu register nkrofo nti no mu so obeba 5 months or no obeba 3 months. Na se Barca betime akoyi ni dire free mu a age se omo medical form na e wo so se obetra nchen for some 5 months no. Abrantie ne sign part of it agreeing that he's going to be away for some 5 months. And tisa Barca for no to me fan La Liga for no enyi ni di free, and that is what he's refusing to sign. And so one sign Barcelona can't take him out. And Sebastian to me, yi ni free more. The advantage Emrane say Nisika Awoje no 80% of Nisika Awoje. You know he's on about £101,000 a week. So what it means is that so opening sign no yi ni free more or manya space for about £80,000 a week. Which means players bear me and some to register one Garcia, Marcus Rashford, and then Rooney Bagino. To me, I near maybe I can no register into a baya tanya and that me nuntem. But you know, sometimes it will be a me share their course of transfer window. No, I am saying football fans sometimes they are unfair to players. Say team be peso muja player kwanye more than a faso because team na bru player no so na mu hia ni bim. But se kobase player no so feel say ono so abru team no so enti ofi ho akwa fans na entias. But it looks like Esobia respected others. Right? Look at what Jackson did for Chelsea last 2 seasons. But Chelsea ye be biazo mbe ya brand and every team no. I mean imagine say Jackson and Kakwen biazo so ma train obe free Chelsea team no akwa nka dia fans de be no. And similar thing. Marc-Andre ter Stegen and compeso mutono ni injury into obi ampe and no peso mu yi frame. But okay bibia this year I think that ter Stegen as I say oye considerate na oba form kakra because 3 months and 5 months there at least wa ultima wakati ready do something to help them because I want no
okay
and nothing chen no betu aka it's even possible say 3 months no oba we recover na oba coach ni so onyusu a still unya binda ono nso fo say so to me down because he's a national team goalkeeper no back be fight so adia abeye nchinu ahyew abeto Barcelona ene omo captain no when you say players ni be feel say omo koto aba no mo ye opener they will still vote for Marc-Andre ter Stegen as the captain of Barcelona even though he's injured.
Wow,
it's quite interesting.
Okay, yennyina hana yenfa manfo enso messages kakra bi efa discussions here ekoso bi ana dog so the romance.
I think that Mikel Arteta has been bold and straightforward.
Yeah.
Because now big boys. A bomb penalties in Edo Bukayo Saka. Obianim said Declan Rice in penalty papa. Odegaard, the captain, is another good penalty taker. But I catch you when I catch you, we are seeing us. Bobo. Nasa Joe Carres Jeremu penalty ball on the back of Mobianco. And General Bebrejidi players here are boom clearly. Nipa at the end of the season, yeah, it goes back judging the number 9. Until there are some people who think say, oh, your number 9, no game mudia, penalty base on the ball. Because maybe as Antiko. Now Lomo ball penalties pa and Ibai Sadiq Adams. Sadiq say, or no number 9, he's the one who will be judged with goals. The penalty bar on Sadiq Adams. Ter Stegen Arteta Pesa answer being chinwa. What catch you straight up? Said the penalty taker is my number 9.
Na the record so yeah or penalty.
On him bomb.
On seno.
On no basho. Inti I agree with Mikel Arteta. I feel where there and next season be mo. Netflix and Netflix say the Gunners.
Binum say drew on competitions they drew semi final and final come for coach from abo. na Ateta ntrans kakra
Anaka league no kweka 10 matches ni bia.
more sen kakra unum si ne si hyase pa wo kwa wie ho no na ese more sen kakra na coach fofura ba yes na for no committee supporters
No mumpe backup coach very big. But Premier League in general the entire Ferguson gigi no say we follow Ferguson na if November ko December no asha say rotating the squad no rotating the squad into be we na players no be burning out. But some teams in the key starting 11 negotiating from to December, January. A few months after January, no. Na key boys no team anymore. Omo body, but no manager above them. Into a manager of the team, how to manage players throughout the season. A part of the experience managers in the Intermediate League, you know.
Yeah.
It's one area I think Ateta is lacking. But I see a warrior squad depth, not the bench I reach, you know. I think you have to be very careful. November, December, January. How be rotating the squad? Player be best starting. Babon says 70 minutes no in a frame. But you are home. But Ateta don't be drama bonus. I be we are saying now if you my break.
Hi. It's an insult to Rodrigo for Tottenham to approach him. How on earth? Abobina ko wontia. Akoko Apet. Edway Efri 2nd Infantry Battalion 2BN or Takrade. We a military talk. Yes. Abrobia Kowo.
The Franko, do I do 2 Champions League?
Then why?
No, he had 2 Champions League medal. How many players who have won the Champions League descend to come and play for Tottenham Hotspur? But you know, football there. Robinho dropped from Real Madrid.
Nipano, what the Champions League mean? Real Madrid. Almost a surplus to requirement. Into what Tiaba form?
No, the fact of the matter is that also DNA why. And
I may say, baby, I want to Champions League me no. Almost so a surplus to requirement. As a chance I will Tiaba form. Into Tiaba form, they are Tottenham one and
all right, young fancy her. Mohammed in front of headlines. No,
He has 1 trophy in his career.
Why?
Hurricane.
Okay.
He has one. Say your big player. I don't think Rodrigo is a better player than Gary. He's not a better player than Luka Modric. But the fact is that...
Are we saying that? So because Chomeni and Kobo Tottenham Hotspur because of Champions League title, you know.
They have never subscribed to what the guy says.
Then we don't have an argument.
No, you have an argument because you ask what has he done.
And also I Champions League too. And I'm say Chomani is why the Champions League.
No,
but Chomani can come and play for Tottenham.
Robinho dropped from Real Madrid to Manchester City. It's an insult.
Until I'm saying we don't have
argument. The argument is that what has he done?
Bakusi, we don't have any argument. Bakusi, we have an argument.
Yes.
Because you are saying the same thing.
Maybe I'm not saying the same thing. You asked a question and I've answered it. That's it.
Also, no one can crowd that. Also,
I had that.
It's the emphasis.
And I'm so I Champions League too. And I'm a player within the same team. Also, I Champions League too.
Also, we don't have an argument. Also, we have an argument. Why do Manchester United make it known to the football world that the players they don't want even before the season ends? About the players they don't want even before the season ends. This action tends to drastically reduce the value of such players if a club makes it known that they don't or they won't need them. Any club that wants such players will place any value they think will get them the player. Is it not the reason why Man U is finding it difficult to get buyers for players like Garnacho, Højlund, Sancho, Rashford, and the rest? Kofi, and I do if you broadcast in Accra.
Kofi raising United into Minja or wages.
Simple.
Okay.
Because Sikana United they prepare from those players and
okay.
And we take clubs now, and yet the asking price of Manchester United.
Okay.
But it's rather the wages of those players that is preventing them from leaving.
All right. £250,000. Rashford earns more than £300,000 a week.
Sancho, let me be after the Conference League final, no, not Chelsea.
Yeah. Chelsea, yes. But on only wage,
on the wage bill, no, because Sergio. Overcover guidance, Abamana be adapted. Then Sancho may say, but what the Overcover guidance about 50 million. Sancho it got 189.
After that goal, no.
Yes.
A conversation Chelsea on your bad.
At least one starting off last 20, 30 some games will beat me about. Ba no je no hu no zo ni bo.
Ah, na so Onimbo. Onimbo.
Jadon Sancho.
Na ne man kitin.
You know,
Onimbo.
Neman kitin.
Yeah, boy no. Na unye ba bi ogina o shares ago.
Tom Bako Obmo.
Oh.
Jadon Sancho
Mo
mo.
wa unim say Jadon Sancho.
Sancho is my guy.
Me.
Yes.
Ukra na ma mani ko no.
Yes.
Or Dortmund. Those born no boy since.
One of the easiest team to play for a Borussia Dortmund. Sure, in recent times, almost 2 players move almost sale pa. They play for already cooked teams. Manchester City and Real
Na
Madrid.
so Chelsea ewu.
Yeah.
Boy ya ko fani.
Guy things ana.
Yes.
Na so onim say guy things mu team na mo build no. Or ba be kan.
Okay.
E dey on no player with that. Oh, yes o me here dey on waka.
Una waka.
So we mun
Baby
dey
a waka ko ni so omu fit ko omu ko bo hwe no.
The first are there.
Una waka so omu ko bo
The first are
hwe.
there.
Okay.
The first are there.
Ndi bo asa ade so oba be kan ho keke.
Oh, when you play,
You just said that.
you know when you done so.
O kan say baba Palmer. O kan say baba ko Palmer.
Edimit
Dog who refi emia o.
spam.
Sa branche one this all kasa so.
Asema
Palmer from City to Chelsea. Yes.
Because I'm here.
Yes, also baba kan ho keke.
At that time, the player they needed was number 9.
No more here Palmer. Yenye here one me hwe one. You won't add anything to the Chelsea setup. Wo.
Maresca that's who is a Jew.
Ini
Say
one
the was your Pam Maresca or
You and what here?
No,